Okay, welcome back everyone, and now we're going to start our last session of the day of marketing automation in Dynamics CRM 2011. So we've had our break. We're going to cover now the part about analysis, reporting and goals. And that can be the most important part for you guys who are mostly working as in supervisor or management positions. You will be able to use the information that's been gathered in CRM and present it in a way that makes sense to a range of users. So, if I first go back to our diagram here of the closed loop marketing, we're coming right to the end, to the follow-up side. Now, we've had marketing campaigns, we've done different things. The next step is going to be, well, we've gathered information. Now, what do we do with it? That's going to be the next step. So this is going to be about still marketing automation, analysis and reporting mostly. So the objectives of this session, which will be about 1 hour long today, is going to be using things like standard CRM items such as lists, views and charts to gain some insight, and then go a little bit further and use some of the built-in items in CRM, built-in features such as using reporting, using charts, using dashboards, and then going even one step further and using some of the tools that are outside of CRM, like Microsoft Excel or SQL reporting. So these are the things we're going to cover. So first, use the list and views, the marketing reports. We're going to have a little lab where we're going to create first a custom chart for yourself to put in the dashboard, and then a custom report as well. And finally, we're going to go into the goals and how they relate specifically to the marketing aspect. So the first thing I'd like you to do, this morning, I'd like you to log on to this website. So https neria1.crm4.dynamics.com. So this is the online platform we're going to use. So you're all still able to log on. So your live ID has been registered, and you can do that. We're going to use the platform this afternoon to do a little bit of exercises. So the first thing I'd like us to look at is how you, as managers, can visualize information from CRM. And I'm going to call this, in general, reporting. Well, there's basic ways to see information, and there's ways that are a little bit beyond that. Now, we've said this morning that information in CRM consists of tables, right? A table in a database is basically a bunch of lines, columns vertically, and rows horizontally. The vertical ones are fields. The horizontal one are records. If you were to visualize a table, first of all, it would be a very big thing. It wouldn't tell you anything. So the first thing you might like to do is select a little part of the table, certain fields, certain records that interest you. That's the first step of reporting. One, using views and lists. Can you go to CRM now? So this is the screen that you should be seeing, or something similar as your welcome screen in CRM. And well, let's go to the marketing tab here on the left-hand side, since that's what we're doing today. And well, let's start with the leads here and see what we have. Okay, so I'm going to close the tab here on the right. We're going to do a little bit later. What you see here is your leads currently in your system. This is exactly what they've drawn here, a sample, a snapshot of a bit of your database. It's not the whole table. First of all, it would have like 200 columns and as many rows. It's just a few records with some things you would like to know about them, like topic, the name of the potential customer, his or her business phone, things like the company name, annual revenue, industry, number of employees, rating, source campaign, owner, status. That's quite a lot of information. It's still not the whole table, right? It's still a little part of it. So this is what's called a view in CRM. A view can, well, include any snapshot you want. It can include all leads in current fiscal year, closed leads, leads in the 6 months, and all that sort of stuff. So what I'm going to do, just to show you a few examples of them. Let's see what we have. Closed leads, for example. Closed leads are the ones that are no longer leads. Why would they no longer be a lead? What could have happened that they're closed now?
Or they became a customer? Or
They could have become customer,
Or we lost them.
or we lost them.
yeah.
I mean, they are not interested in the
When we say closed leads, what field is this based on? In other words, the word closed. What is it? What attribute is that? Status. That's right. Closed is a status, but that doesn't really tell you much. Let's have a look at the information we have in this view. Sorry, it's a little bit closed. We also have a little bit more information. It shouldn't be status in here, actually. It should be status reason. What's an example of a status reason for a lead? Any idea? In other words, why is a lead closed? Jessica, what do you think? Why could a lead be closed? Any idea? So a lead, again, is a potential customer, right? Why would it no longer be a potential customer? Look.
They are a customer.
They are a customer, that's right. When they are a customer, as you saw in that column on the right, they qualify. They've become not necessarily a customer, but more than lead. They become a prospect. They become someone that we feel we can do business with, and we know exactly what they want or what they could be interested in. What could be another one? Another status reason.
It can be new.
It could be new, yes.
When you-
Well, if it's new, it's not closed anymore. If it's new, it's going to be open, right? Dario, what do you think?
It can be closed because, well, as you said, it can be qualified or non-qualified because they are not interested anymore in the
Simply disqualified. Why disqualified? Because we felt, after doing a bit of research, calling them up, well, no, they're not interested. Or maybe we don't feel that they could become a customer. We don't feel that we could do business with them for whatever reason. So that's the first thing we can do. We can have a look at these leads. We can also, these views, and we can also go and create a personal view. Now, if you feel that the views that are in there, closed leads in the last 6 months, leads from campaigns and so on, are not what you want to see, you can create your own personal view. And you're going to do this using, that's the next step, using an advanced search. CED. Now, I'd like you to do a little exercise on this. I'd like you to, first of all, maybe one of you could give me an example of a type of lead you would like to know about. For example, Luke, you're working in which market? Which country? Luxembourg. Okay, let's look at leads in Luxembourg. And we also want them to be what other criteria? So like which industry you most working?
Financial?
Okay, let's look at the financial companies in Luxembourg. Okay, so and we also want just one more thing. We want them to be open leads. Okay, so we're going to create a view which we're going to call open leads in Luxembourg in the financial sector. So this morning we've learned about the advanced find functionality. I'd like you to create a view that will allow you to see these three things. Leads based in Luxembourg, in the financial sector, and that are open from your current database. Okay, can you try to do that? And we'll take about 2 minutes for it.
Yep.
Okay, so first one who thinks they've got the query can just tell me. I'm making this up by the way. I don't know if you have anyone in your database. Yeah. Okay. Now this arrow here, click on that. This gives you the list of views you have.
Yeah.
Go to the bottom, create personal view, and then you should get this screen here. Okay, so in the previous session we've talked about the advanced find, how to find it. So we're only going to look at the field of the lead entity, not anything else. Okay, yep, correct. So you've got that. The country region is Luxembourg. Does it want to stay as equal? Yes, so the country region equals Luxembourg in this case. Luxembourg, you always spell it with the OU, is it?
At the beginning?
No, is it B-O-U-R-G or sometimes it's with a U only?
No, it's B-O-U-R.
It's always OU, so the spelling should be the same. So yeah, industry should be finance. There's a field somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Industry equals finance. Yeah. And the final one
Financial, and then the final one was
the
status open.
status open. That's right.
Okay, then it's
Okay, I'll just do it on the screen here as well. Go back to my advanced find screen here. Actually, we could do it a bit more easily. We could go to open lead, and that would already give you the first one. Status
No,
equals
actually,
open.
I did it.
Okay, good.
I did it also.
They want to show you that one. So look, which field did you take? Address.
It took the second one. You have a country sector down.
Country region
No,
here.
country region. Sorry.
Equals, because you got address 2 as well, so be careful with that. Equals Luxembourg. O-U-R-G, yeah. And finally the industry equals, so that's a pick list, and we should have something to do with financial here. Okay, so no need to run the query. This is just an example of creating a view. I'm not sure there will be anything in there, to be honest. I don't know in the database. But what we're going to do now, let's just have a look at the result anyway. I think we have to do that before we can save it. Okay, there may not be anything in there. Once you've run the query, then you're able to do save as. And we're going to call it, for example, open leads in financial sector in Luxembourg. Then if you click OK, you now have a saved view. So what you can do here is go to the Save View button, and you have created a view for yourself. Open lead in the financial sector in Luxembourg. That view belongs to you. Right? It's your view. You can do whatever you want with it. You will be able to see that as default if you wish to. You can also, once you have this view, you can share it with other people. If you feel that your colleagues could be interested, or your department, or anyone else, you can share the view with others as well. Once you've done that, when you go to your lead, one has been added at the bottom, open leads in financial sector in Luxembourg. Okay, did you all get that? And you can do that for any entity, for any view you'd like. So this basically will tell you what you wish to know. The information that's relevant to you at your fingertips. When you open your CRM, you will see what you might like to see.
Sorry, you said that we could use a customized view as open view, I mean the default view.
Yeah.
How I assign it?
Okay, to do that, you've got your view here, open leads in financial sector in Luxembourg. Okay, there doesn't seem to be any here. You just go to the view tab up here. That's the lead you have. You just click set as default view. Okay. So when you open your CRM, you go to your leads entity. That's what you're going to see. You do the same for every entity. It's what's relevant to you. It doesn't need to be what's relevant to other people in the company. Okay. So these are the first sort of two levels of reporting we have in CRM, using views and lists that we've seen, using an advanced search to create your own custom views. Third step, and that's a very powerful one that's been introduced in Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2011, charts and dashboards. Now, we've had reporting, business intelligence sort of tools in CRM for many years, but the criticism was always that these are not in real time, updatable in real time in CRM. What we have now, if you go to your workplace, dashboards are snapshots of your database that change in real time. If a new lead is added or a new campaign is added, for example, in this chart, your graph, your chart here will be updated as well at the same time. You may need to do a refresh, of course, but if you leave this page and come back, it will have changed. So what we're going to do, this particular dashboard may not, again, suit your need. It may not be what you want to see. So what we're going to do first is create a chart and then put that chart into the dashboard. So let's go back to our marketing aspect. We're going to create a chart that's similar to these. So we're again going to go back to the leads. Okay, as you can see, I've gone straight to the open leads in the Luxembourg financial sector. It's now my default view. If you move on to the right-hand side, you're going to see the chart pane. I'd like you to open it. First of all, I will need to select another view, because of course there's nothing in that one. And I'm going to see a chart which in this case is leads by rating. Okay, so are you all on that? Yeah. So what I want you to do, just go to the top one, that little triangle, and try to see which charts are available. These are again the charts by default. Okay, these are the ones that are in the system. Put them in the dashboard. They are actually already in the dashboard, and we can use them whichever way you wish. What we're going to do now in the next lab is create your own custom view first, and then put that view into the dashboard. So here I have leads by rating, for example. Any view that you saw that you found interesting?
By owner.
Which one?
By owner.
By owner. So let's have a look at that one. So this would be for the account managers, where you can see that Luba has 14, Christophe has 12, Julien has 8. So these are the busiest of our salespeople, apparently. Well, we're going to create a new chart. To do that, you can just go to the chart tab at the top here, and you're going to create a new chart. We've done the charts previously in the sales course. I think most of you, Dario, were not here for that one, and Cedric as well. The others were. So what we're going to do then, Luba, you know this really well because you're in marketing. Maybe Luke, you could get together with Dario and Jessica with Cedric, so that you can help them out. And you've learned, both of you, about how to do the charts. So what we're going to do now, and I'm going to go to my syllabus here, page 16. We're going to create a chart. It's not page 16 in this document. Oops, sorry, I'm on the wrong one. This one here. Apologies for that. 16. Creating charts, here we are. Okay, then. So you're going to create a personal chart for appointments. Put that on the screen. So the scenario is the following. The Adventure Works cycle sale. So we work for a company called Adventure Works. That's the company that you have now in your CRM. The sales and marketing managers believe that one of the key indicators of sales reps' ability is the number of customer appointments they schedule. So we want a chart that tells you something about the number of appointments, the number of sales calls that your sales team is making. And you want a chart that's easy to look at, easy to figure out. You can put in a dashboard and have a look at every day. Okay? So that's what I'd like you to do. There's something called need a little help, so please don't have a look at your workbooks yet. Just see if you can do it in groups. Yuba, I think you'll be able to do it since you've been working on this for a few weeks already. Okay?